What is up, my fellow gamers out there? Well, I'm in a bit of challenging situation because I'm going to make a review video about Legend of Kartia on the PS1, but I cannot really decide if this game is good or bad. It never really happened with me, but I'm completely neutral in this situation. That I cannot really say that no, it's a bad game, but I cannot really say it's a good game, which is really weird because technically the game is working and it has really interesting mechanisms which I never seen in any kind of tactical RPG before. The tutorial is absolutely fantastic. It explains the game and these kind of mechanisms very well, and the way how you can create your weapons, learn spells, it's also very unique. And you can raise your own army and make a lot of very good strategic decisions. So everything is there, it just somehow not clicked with me. And in this video I'm going to tell my experience about Legend of Kartia and its history, and please just help me with your comments if you played this game, if you enjoyed it, and what was your experience with it, because I'm really curious, because for me it's really strange, because I love tactical RPGs, but somehow Legend of Kartia is not really clicked with me. So yes, without any further delay, let's jump into the video and let's talk about Legend of Kartia.
Released in 1998 by Atlus and known as Rebirth Moon in Japan, Legend of Kartia arrived at a time when everyone was looking for the next big strategy fix. It stands out immediately because of its pedigree. The character designs were done by the legendary Yoshitaka Amano, the man behind the iconic look of early Final Fantasy. Back in the day, gamers and critics were somehow divided. It was praised for its unique card-based magic system and high production values, but it often lived in the shadow of Final Fantasy Tactics. Today, it's remembered as a hidden gem, but it's a gem that many people own but few have actually finished. It's a fascinating piece of PS1 history that tried to do things differently. Let me tell you why this game is actually very clever. The core of the game is the Kartia system. Everything from casting spells to creating weapons and summoning creatures called phantoms is done through these cards. I have to admit that this is a very unique approach and I've never seen anything like this before. Am I loving it? Yes and no. Yes, because as I mentioned, this is a very unique system and you unlock new gear and spells when you are acquiring new letters for a word which describe this new gear or spell in the menu. Once a new word has been completed, you can use it. It is an easy mechanic because it creates a good progress system, but also it is quite dry. Feels like an Excel spreadsheet. What I mean here is that in most RPGs you acquire gear and spells through different shops in towns, and this gives some kind of variety, a bit of interaction, which is in Legend of Kartia is completely missing, as you just navigate through the menu to create new gear. I'm not saying that it is a bad thing, probably a lot of you guys will love it, but for me this process was a bit, empty. One thing I had to praise is the tutorial system. It is incredibly deep and well constructed. It doesn't just throw you into the deep, it explains its complex systems very well. I really recommend it to go through it, as it will be much easier to understand the unique mechanisms in the game. The combat itself has a surprising amount of depth. It uses a weapon triangle and a phantom type system that functions like a sophisticated game of rock, paper, scissors. It's very easy to understand, but hard to master. One cool strategic feature is the ability to check the battlefield before the map starts. You can see what the enemy is bringing to the fight and specially create phantoms that trigger their weaknesses. It feels like you are a commander preparing for a literal counter strategy, which is incredibly satisfying. Where Legend of Kartia really wins is in its user-friendliness, especially for a game from 1998. For starters, you can save at any time during a battle. In a genre where one mistake can cost you an hour of progress, this is a godsend. But what I really appreciated is the archives menu. It's one of the best I've seen. It allows you to review exactly what happened in each chapter, before, during and after a battle. If you take a break for a few days and forget what's happening, the archive has your back. Plus, after every chapter, there's a written story segment that keeps you in the loop. You are never lost, and the game respects your time and your memory. This is a fantastic feature, and more games should implement this. Alright, let me give you a brief overview of the story without spoilers. The story is split between two protagonists, Toxa, a wandering knight, and Lacryma, a member of the Shrine Warriors. You can play their campaigns in either order, and they offer different perspectives on a world where the Kartia cards are the source of all creation and destruction. Without spoiling anything, the plot deals with class struggles, the ethics of using natural resources, which is the Kartia, and the weight of tradition. It's a bit wordy and the pacing can be slow, but the dual scenario structure gives you a much broader view of the world than a single linear path would. Am I enjoyed the story? Honestly, for me, it was difficult to really delve into it, and it's not really sparked my interest. I'm not saying that it is bad, it just somehow not clicked with me. So, if the mechanics are fresh, the strategy is deep, and the quality of life is ahead of time, why am I neutral? It's hard to put into words. Despite the unique feeling of the Kartia system, the game didn't quite grab me. It's like meeting someone who is perfectly polite, very smart and well dressed, but you just don't have that spark of chemistry with them. The gameplay loop is solid, but it lacked the addictive just one more turn hook that makes me lose sleep over other tactical RPGs. However, just because I couldn't delve into it doesn't mean you shouldn't. If you're a fan of the genre, the strategy depth alone makes it worth a look. It's a polished, experimental and beautiful game that deserves respect even if it didn't become my new favorite. But what about you? Have you ever played a game that you know was objectively good but you just couldn't fall in love with it? Let me know in the comments below and let's talk about the neutral games in your backlog.
So, should you play Legend of Kartia? Well, yes. Despite what I said that the game really not really clicked with me, definitely because the game itself is working. There is nothing wrong with it. Every mechanism is working. There was nothing which really frustrated me in the game. Everything works. It's a tactical RPG, so if you love those, yes, definitely play it because maybe you're going to love it and you're going to tell me in the comments that no, you're completely wrong. This is a good game. What's wrong with you? Well, that's fine. Or you're going to tell me that no, it's bad, I'm not enjoying it, or you're going to be the same as me that oh yeah, it's a really mediocre game, not good, not bad, but it's alright. And yes, this was my experience as well. So yes, please let me know if you enjoyed it, or if you're not, or if you're completely neutral with it. And if you would like to see a very good tactical RPG on the PS1, which I really enjoyed, check out this one, because this one is really good and definitely worth playing. I hope that you enjoyed this review video today, and I'm going to see you in the next Backlog video. Bye bye.